Beyond death, a new theory of immortality, memory, and nonlinear time. The human fascination with death has always been matched by an equally profound wonder about what lies beyond, or even within, it. What if the moment of death is not a singular, final event, but a gateway to a new beginning? Imagine a reality where dying does not trigger a memory of an ending, but instead clears the slate for a brand new day. In this theory, death is not an irreversible cessation, but a transition, a reset button that allows life to continue in cycles shaped by nonlinear time. The erasure of death. Consider a scenario where the memory of dying is wiped clean from your consciousness. Instead of clinging to the trauma of an ending, you simply awaken to another day, oblivious to the finality you once endured. This conceptual framework positions death as a series of forgotten episodes rather than a terminal state. Without the burden of a remembered demise, every morning could be experienced as a rebirth, a pristine, unblemished continuation of life. The absence of memory might not only spare us from existential dread, but could also blur the lines between living and dying, suggesting that perhaps true finality is an illusion. A pocket dimension between lives. What if, in the very moments before your demise, you are not lost to oblivion but gently ushered into a pocket dimension, a sort of limbo where consciousness continues, safeguarded from the abrupt severance of life? In this otherworldly space, the components of yourself persist, unburdened by the regular flow of time. This suspension allows for a sort of cosmic recalibration, where the necessary adjustments to your life, and to death itself, can be made seamlessly. Here, your continued experience might act as a holding pattern, ensuring that you only truly end when the universe deems it the appropriate time. This perspective introduces a deliberate grace, an intermission, before the final curtain call of existence. Nonlinear time and the correction of fate. At the heart of this theory lies the concept of nonlinear time. Instead of marching forward in a strict, unalterable sequence, time might be more like a vast tapestry where threads interweave, adjust, and sometimes even loop back onto themselves. In such a flexible timeline, every person's end could be pre-assigned, yet subject to continuous adjustment based on a dynamic interplay of cosmic events. Life, in this view, is calibrated against a grand design, a schedule where each moment of existence is finely tuned until the precise moment of departure is reached. Instead of a definitive, irreversible snap, death becomes a correction, a moment where reality fixes the trajectory of your life before you step away from the continuum. Immortality in cycles, not continuity. If death is reinterpreted as a transition rather than a termination, what does that mean for immortality? Perhaps immortality isn't about living without ever-ending demise, but about the perpetual cycle of renewal, a series of lifetimes where each death is merely a pivot point. With no memory of the previous ending, each cycle is experienced with fresh consciousness, allowing for constant reinvention and new beginnings. Even if there is an assigned moment of death, the inevitable recurrence of this cycle suggests that the self is continuously reborn, preserving the essence of who we are in an endless dance with time. This form of immortality, while not a linear, everlasting life, is nonetheless infinite in its recurring brilliance. Philosophical and existential implications. This theory challenges our most deeply held beliefs about life and death. It forces us to ask, if every ending is simply a forgotten chapter in a longer narrative, what does it mean to truly live? The idea of a pocket dimension and the cyclical nature of death hint at a universe where every moment is precious precisely, because it is transient yet repeated in endlessly varied patterns. They suggest that the fear of death might be misplaced. Instead, we might honor death as the crucible of transformation, the necessary pause that injects life with renewed meaning and possibility. Moreover, if time is non-linear and adaptive, then the rigid boundaries of existence might dissolve, encouraging us to explore not just the external cosmos, but the vast, intricate landscape of our inner lives. Memory, or the lack thereof, could be the mechanism by which the universe ensures that each new iteration of life is unburdened by the weight of its past, inviting us to experience each moment with renewed wonder and unblemished potential. Conclusion. In this speculative yet profoundly captivating theory, death is not the end but a transformative junction, a moment where your consciousness is gently reassigned to continue with life until the cosmos deems your final exit. Whether through the erasure of the memory of death or the grace of a pocket dimension, the idea that nonlinear time, adjusts our lives until an assigned moment of demise redefines immortality as a series of rebirths rather than an unbroken state of existence. This perspective invites us to reconsider every ending as the antecedent to a beginning, revealing an eternal dance where life, death, and time interlace into a tapestry more intricate and beautiful than we ever imagined.